In this video, we are going to be analysing Oracle, ticker ORCL. Now, to get straight into it, firstly, what's the catalyst? Why are we moving to the upside? Because right now we're up 2.5% today. Now, they did just have their earnings, and also we have had increases in price targets, 85 to 115, and then also from 110 to 120 from UBS. So we're having price estimates or price targets changed for the better. And again, they have just had their earnings at an earnings per share of $1.67. So that's more the catalyst and the fundamentals to be paying attention to. Now, what are the key things or levels I'd be paying attention to? So again, we've already got all the lines drawn off. These are from our standard deviation channels to be paying attention to. One thing I want to note quickly, on a 6-month chart, which is on the left, we're uptrending. On the 1-year chart, we're uptrending. Whenever we see this, again, we want to be more overall bullish because we want to be following the shorter and longer term trends. But we have one problem, is 105, you can see this yellow dash, this grey dash line. This is considered fair value on a stock. So at Oracle, 105, that's its fair value. So whenever we're trading above this, really, I don't want to be trading this as long bias because we're more likely to pull back and have an overall reversal to that level. So what this does mean is the levels above this, if you're a short bias trader or a reversal trader, we're looking to kind of really get short bias on these levels. Again, if you're a long bias or a trend trader, you're going to be using these levels more as targets. So depending on how you trade, you may use these levels differently. But again, we're kind of overbought now. We're coming into that second deviation. Now this area, these golden levels, these are our first deviations. These, I do pay attention to them, but I don't trade off them. Reason for that is they're a lot more likely to be broken. So you can kind of see here, we did break above it. We tested it as a support. As you can kind of see, break above, hold it as a support, and then we break to the upside. So that level was kind of confirmed, but again, I don't really trade off of those levels. I tend to trade to them. But what we can see as soon as we come into our second deviation, which is where I like to start trading from, at $122.50, we can see we tapped it once after hours when we had earnings. We pulled back, we're retesting it, struggling to hold. We're pulling back, we're coming to test back our 2-day anchored VWAP. So right now, if we continue to the downside, that target's going to be that first deviation, which is at $115.75. And if we can break that, we're then looking at $111.20. So if I was holding it short bias, those would be my targets. Now, if I'm holding it long bias, where do I want to be stopping out? And then really, I'm paying attention to this 2-day anchored VWAP. This is usually how I kind of see the trend more on a recent day basis, looking at the intraday time frame. Really, if we're holding above this, still more bullish, but it's as soon as we start to crack below this 2-day anchored VWAP, if we break below it, retest it as a resistance and break below, then most likely we're going to continue down, we're going to flip more bearish, and then we're going to be looking at our targets. However, again, if we're holding it short bias, you see us come down to our anchored VWAP, we hold, then again, that might be something where you want to be locking in profits on the short side because we're more likely to continue back up to 122.50. And if we retest this level, considering we've already hit it, we're more likely to break and continue through. And if so, then we have a 127 resistance. Again, if I'm a long bias trader, that's a target. If I'm a short bias trader, really looking to start playing the reversal from here. But really where my key levels and my favorite levels start to show is at these green ones. These are our third deviations, 134, 138.50. This is where, if you're a long bias, I will never hold a stock past this value because this is when you become extremely overbought. But what that also means is if we're extremely overbought and I wouldn't hold my longs through here, that means I'm probably going to want to be playing it short bias. So this is usually when I'll go with my biggest size trades. If they're at their third deviations, especially in this case where, it's a relatively large cap stock, we're coming into these third deviations, really looking for that overall pullback, if not overall reversal. First target would be at 127.25. Again, that's where I'm just moving stops to break evens, locking in some profits, but really looking to still play that overall reversal, looking to take out probably all the targets or all the profit by 111, 115. But that's basically just saying these levels, really high probability. If we do hit them, that is really going to be that top. We expect to start seeing that stock sell off quite heavy from that level. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, you will probably enjoy this video too.